Hi guys, can everybody hear me? Hi Julie, Snoopy Jones, can you guys hear me? No ma'am. Oh, you can hear me now? Hi Rhonda, word puzzle specialist Opal, Snoopy Jones. So how is everybody doing? You guys, I was just like so bored. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I thought I would just pop on and see how everybody is doing. And yeah, just catch up a bit. So how are we all doing tonight? Hi Diana, or Diane Harlow, I'm sorry. Who else do we have here? Hi Laura Miguel. How are you? Tamara? Let me see if I can pull this up on my phone. Hi, Alor. Hi, Miss Dottie. How are you? So, what's everybody up to? Hi, Antoine. How are you? You just got done giving your dog a bath because she has a lot of fleas, and I cleaned the restroom because it was a hot mess. Oh my goodness. Hi, Jamie. Jamie Schaefer. Why does it sound like I know that name? But anyway, you guys, I do apologize if I'm lagging, if things are a bit slow. We are having such a storm here in Alabama, so it's just a hot mess. So, you guys, I was actually watching the live stream of Preacher Boys, and oh my gosh, it's like, can he just not just catch a break? I was so like, what the hell is going on? Can these people not just give it a break, just leave people alone, let it go? So I did feel so bad for him for the mere fact is that, he does a fantastic job, you guys. Preacher Boys. I do watch his podcast, and he is nothing but absolutely just so humble. And can you guys hear me? I hope you can. I know the lighting sucks. I should have gotten more lighting, but it is what it is, and we just got to deal with it. But yeah, Preacher Boys was absolutely okay. I get to see you guys' thing on my phone. So Preacher Boys was actually, he just broke my heart because at the end of the day, he does such good works. And hi, Essie Johnson. And it just breaks my heart that people would go through or go to the extremes of actually trying to make a person's life miserable. And when I actually watched his story back, and when he did say that he actually contacted the the real victim, and they said that only KJ would have those photos, it's like, what? You got to be kidding me. It just seems so weird that people are going through such extremes to validate KJ or to make her seem like the person that she wants people to believe that she is, which is like absolutely unbelievable. KJ needs a hobby like being a mom. He made a mistake dealing with KJ. And you guys, at the end of the day, he did say that he jumped into it blindly. He didn't know who she was. He just knew that she basically was this advocate for the IBLP community and stuff like that. So we truly can't blame him. And at the end of the day, thank God that he did finally find out the truth. So it is what it is. Hi, Doggy Cute. Hope you're doing well. So you guys, what actually did blow me away? Hi, Miss Waxy. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything went well with your family. I wonder if it's payback from Swanson. I don't think so. I truly don't think so. So, yummy out. So, minding my business Saturday night, my husband decided to buy me a sewing machine. And you guys, let me tell you something. One thing I truly, truly hate a sewing. I will do anything else. I will stay in the kitchen all day. I will cook, I'll clean, I'll bake everything. But please don't make me sit by a sewing machine. So he says, no, babe, we'll learn this together. We'll do it together. So as we were figuring out the sewing machine, KJ came on and she came out with this whole story about her niece. And the thing that blew me away, keep your family drama off the internet, period. Period. And why? Why would you even think it's a good idea to air this out on the internet, for number one? Number two, your husband is sitting there with you and basically seconding you, sitting there and basically being your cheerleader. Ray says a part of me think it's fake because it's too hard. It's hard to believe someone being that dumb. Ray, I'm with you. I truly am with you. I don't think it's her. Wait, but hear me out, okay? And this is just my thoughts, my opinions. Don't get things twisted. So as you're sitting there, your husband's on the phone with his brother. You're discussing this whole thing. This woman is allegedly in her 40s. KJ claims she's never had interaction with her. She's never kept up with her. I get it. But the most surprising thing to me is, why 5 months later? Why 5 months later do you feel the need now to come and air this all on the internet? Let me back up. She went and she doxed her niece. You guys, when we heard that, I wish you could have seen the expression of both my husband and I. As we're busy sewing, I'm listening, he's not listening. And when she said this person's name, I'm like, what? Did that just really happen? And she had a smile on her face. So it's like she's getting enjoyment out of basically bringing somebody down. You're getting enjoyment of seeing a dad and a daughter come to heads. And at the end of the day, it's like, I'm the same age as this woman is, and you're telling her, oh, your dad's going to be upset? Really? Are you kidding me? But on the other hand, KJ says that the dad and her aren't close. So how much influence could he possibly have on her if they do find out, or they do have this conversation? But on the other hand, it's like, is she coming out to this 5 months later because, what's her name, Creepshow Art's sister came out and validated the stories about Creepshow Art? The timing is just so weird, you guys. It's just so weird. Let me go back and up and see what you guys are saying, but this is just messed up. Doggy Cute says, I'm kind of surprised Katie hasn't replied to Preacher Boy unless she did and I missed it. Julie says, I don't know, minding her business. I truly was minding my business. Gooming Ann, do you think mental health is important as physical health? Any health is important, whether it's physical or mental, so whatever. KJ says that she has so many trolls that they are not trolls, but victims of KJ. She adds to the list daily. True, very true. Industrial lover, it's disgusting for her to bring this old stuff up because she's creating problems between a dad and a daughter. And that's what I'm saying. But then on the other hand, like I said, she said that her dad, this young lady and her dad are basically not that close. And if you go back and listen to that live, she even spoke ill about the mother, this woman's mother. It's like, who does this, you guys? Loma Girl says she said the dad was the only one that her and Todd are close to. I can't believe she went running to a 42-year-old's dad. It's like, exactly. And another thing is that all these, when you listen to KJ, all these stories line up to Creepshow art stories. It's like all of a sudden this woman blocked her, and now it's like with Creepshow art, her sister shut down her Twitter or something like that. There's just too many of these things resembling each other. Katie will dox stalk and victimize anyone, even a family. She will use anyone to retain the victim card. You know what? That victim card is like exhausted, truly exhausted. I thought the niece was a teenager, not a grown woman. It's like, for number one, you guys, this was done 5 months ago. Where were we 5 months ago? Flipper now. I don't even remember where I was 5 months ago. It's like this, it's like we're living in this twilight zone right now. And also, another thing is, I want to make one thing clear. I don't see why KJ feels the need to always insert her son. I can sit here right now and vouch for this and say I have never, ever come across anybody that has said anything bad about her son. Honestly, I've seen people say some negative things about her parents, but never, ever about her son. So she needs to stop. When she truly feels the need to gain sympathy or want people to pity her, she's quick to push forth her son, in my opinion, which is truly fucked up. That is so wrong on so many levels. And that is what pisses me off, because that boy is as innocent as they come, you guys. He is truly innocent in every which way. And it's very wrong of her as a parent to do this. Truly wrong. And you guys, another thing is that's the decision her and Todd came up with, was for him to be a stay-at-home dad and for her to bring in the bacon. So it's nobody else's problem but hers. So if she feels the need to want to go in and put basically, I can't even find the proper wording because I don't want to say the wrong things. If she wants to go and down somebody else for views, to make money, that's on you, KJ. That's totally on you. Do what you need to do. But you can't expect that to last, because negativity only sells for so long, and then people get sick of it. They truly get sick of it. Let me see what you guys got to say. Yes, Julie, and her name is a joy. And that's also another weird thing, okay? I want you guys to, I always say in my videos, I pay a lot of attention to what people say and how they say it. And when she read out that STFU, how many times has she said that to people? Example, remember she told, and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't she tell Emily D. Baker to shut the fuck up? Didn't she go onto her Twitter and tell, what's her name? Anna Duggar to wake the fuck up? So all that kind of verbiage just reminds me of Katie Joy. So if it comes out that that was Katie Joy and that was definitely not her niece, it definitely wouldn't surprise me. It truly would not surprise me. Where was I? I would never want to make things worse between a dad and a daughter. I would want to help that situation. True. Plus, KJ has a sock account, which is, you know what, Lamagal, I'll be very honest with you. I had no idea about all these sock accounts and all that shit. I learned about sock accounts from KJ. I honestly, and that is on my children's life, I truly learned about sock accounts from her. I think the fact that she's close with the dad doesn't say great things about the dad, just saying. And Industrial Lover, I just want to say one thing. I totally agree with that, because on the one hand, it's like you're so close to these people, but not one time have we seen photos, because she's quick to post photos of everybody else, but never family members or anything, or even mention that family has come over. which leads me to believe, you guys, is the fact that is KJ isolating her family from other people, or is she just saying this to make her family sound like a shitty family? Just a thought. And of course, this is about Creepshow art. She's trying to parallel a story the best she can. I absolutely agree with that. KJ has a new Twitter and a subreddit. You guys, I honestly cannot keep up with KJ. I truly, truly cannot keep up with KJ. I have a life. I truly have a life. Hey, Erin, how are you? Erin, if you would love to join, that would be awesome. That would totally be awesome. Hey, Diane. Typical narc isolates their partner from family. And that's what you guys, I am leading to. I am truly leading to that. Because why would you always, for years now, and thank you, Lama Girl, I actually read all those articles that you actually posted on your Twitter, and I was like, what? It's like, let me not even go there. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, why would you, is she, hi Bo, hope you well. Why would you, is Katie Joy isolating herself from going to all these functions because she can't enjoy herself and she got to be, for lack of a better word, bothered with her son? So in that way, she just says, okay, forget it, we're not going. You know, I'm just trying to figure it out because I've actually spoken to a lot of parents now, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from people with kids with disabilities. And I've heard so many stories. And you guys, please don't get me wrong. I follow a lot of people online. One thing my kids and I do, and we follow, is Lauren and Sabin, the young man that lost half his body in an accident. And he is just absolutely inspiring. Absolutely inspiring. And also who can just brighten up my day. I don't know if you guys have heard about Adalia. She is absolutely the cutest person going. Another little girl I follow on Instagram is Luna. She was actually born with this birthmark all over her face, and now it's been removed. Those are people, that's the type of thing I like to watch. Hi, Bo. I said hi. You know what, Lama Girl? Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? There was one that I did read was in regard to how people, she did this, how people should actually be giving their kids medication in regard to their ADHD. In my opinion, I totally disagree because when my son, when we first, not first came, I think we were like maybe 2 years in the United States, and my son was a hyper child. He was so, so hyper. So the one day I took him to the doctor and I'm like, what is going on with this child? And they diagnosed him with ADHD. And they actually want to put him on Ritalin. And I'm like, definitely not. So this was my thought process. If he was, I'll share the link with you. Now let me, how the hell do I remember how to do this? Okay, I found it. Okay, Eden, I dropped it. So when he was 5 years old, yeah, he was 5 years old, and they want to put him on Ritalin, and I'm like, I don't think so. And you guys, when I watched the movie, don't forget to take your pills or take your pills. It's on Netflix. Please go and watch it. It's absolutely fantastic. I am so glad I did not give my child Ritalin or whatever it was. Oh my gosh. What I did as a parent every day, even if it was spring, summer, autumn, winter, I would take my son outside, make him wear all his energy, bring him inside, have lunch, wear off that energy again. By the time it came to about 4 o'clock, he was worn out. Give him a bath, he'd play his video games, and then that was it. But there was no way, no way I was putting my child on medication at 5 years old. My whole family is drama. Watching us like watching a family reunion. I tell you, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Hi, Erin. How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly well.
Great,
You
great.
good?
Good. Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Can't complain. I'm just a bit like lonely. My husband actually took a month off work to be with us, so he went back to work today. So I'm like,
Aw.
what do it meant being him at home now. It's like so lonely because all the kids have had enough of me for the day. They're all isolated in their own rooms, getting up to whatever they're doing. So I'm like, okay, I see it's like that. So, but all good, can't complain.
That's great. That's
How's things?
great. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. So I see you. I thoroughly enjoyed your video yesterday. I was like, actually, I was screaming at my screen watching your video.
Yeah, that happens. I hear you. So yeah, when I came in, I heard we were talking about what Katie last night with her niece.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Are
that's
you kidding
crazy.
me?
Yeah, I mean,
And this
I
is the
don't get.
thing that just blows. Sorry, go ahead, Aaron.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead. It's fine.
Okay,
You go ahead.
okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I get that family. You guys you're gonna have issues. The family's gonna piss you off. I mean, I been through it a few times with some people in my family. Everyone has. But I can't
Mm-hmm.
imagine going on YouTube and it's telling everyone their business. I mean, at least when her niece did it, there was there's some anonymity there. There's I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
It wasn't a huge. I mean, anyone could see it, but only people who are in the subreddit would know about it. YouTube,
Right.
anyone can see it, and then she names her niece and everything, and then I mean, she has what like 170,000 subscribers now. Like even if
Yeah.
just like 1% of those like suddenly started going after the niece now that they know her name. I mean, that's just nuts. I mean, how do you do that?
It's absolutely amazing. And Aaron, let me just grab this first quickly. Adrian,
Okay.
I do not mean to offend you in any way. I was saying what worked for me and my son. And I do feel, whatever you feel works for you and your child, by all means, I am not making you feel bad. I'm not stigmatizing anything. I just merely said what worked for me and my son. Because, like I said, I watched documentary on Netflix, and I'm gonna get the proper name of it right now. And I witnessed this young boy that was on ZX. No, wait. What's the other one? I don't want to get it mixed up.
What for
What's the other one
ADD?
for ADHD? Yeah,
Oh, Adderall. There,
Adderall.
yeah.
And I watched a documentary and what he went through from a child now to an adult and being on that medication, it really took a toll on his life. And Adrian, please, I do not mean to offend anybody. I apologize if I did offend you. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Oh no. In keeping with this subject, I mean, I understand exactly how you felt, how you feel about it. One of my kids, my youngest, was diagnosed really early on with ADHD. I mean, it should like. In my opinion, it was extreme like ADHD. I guess if there's a way if that's a thing, but I felt the same way. I didn't want to do the narcotics because I just felt like
Hmm.
while the brain is still developing and everything, just and
Yeah.
then put adding narcotics in the mix on a regular basis like this, especially with a stimulant, I felt like that would not have good effects out, in the long run. So I told
Hmm.
myself that if and when it gets to the point where the ADHD is holding my child back in school, if holding her back from learning, you know, if and when that
Yeah.
happens, I'm not going to do the narcotics. But yeah, when that did start happening, yeah, we tried the Ritalin and it was a godsend. I mean,
Yeah.
I think every kid's different, and it all depends on the ages too. I think, or their development and everything. I mean, but I mean, there's some cases for it, and I think, and in some cases not for it. It's I think the parents and the
Yeah.
doctors know best for each kid.
It's just weird. But yeah, go ahead. And the thing, Aaron, that actually made me like, hmm, you know what? I need to hold my tongue. She actually, how hard, after describing Todd's day, brother, how he owns this auto shop repair where he lives. It's not going to be hard to actually find this person, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
now you causing all this chaos in your family. So this is the biggest thing for me, Erin. Is she holding her family back from going to these events because she feels like she herself will be held back from not having a good time because of a son, or are her family just shitty people? You get what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I think it's more likely it's the one person than it's the all the people. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you're asking like, is the problem? Do you think is the problem the family or is the problem her? It's more likely going to be
Exactly.
the one person. You know. But
Exactly.
even in this case, I mean, I can't. I don't know. I read a lot of her earlier writing when she was going through a lot of this with her son and everything, and that's the writing. That's the part of Katie I enjoyed actually because I found it to be very insightful. So
Hmm.
I kind of think a part of this with her is she's so. I think maybe she doesn't want to take the risk because she's seen the bad outcome happen or whatever, you know. I
Yeah.
think that might be a big part of it, but I mean, I don't. It's not all of it though. I don't think. I think that might have been her excuses first, and maybe it's other things now. I don't know, but um, yeah, she's definitely not helping matters. That's for sure. Because they one when she first started off her live stream, and she said, "Oh yeah, your father's really mad at you." You know, I mean, why?
It's like, really? Are we talking about a 16-year-old here? You know?
Yeah,
It just blows me away. And you guys, please don't get me wrong. You know, as I said, KJ and her husband actually made this decision for her to stay at home. I mean, sorry, for him to be a stay at home dad because it seems to be very lucrative what she brings in.
right.
So that's what works for their family, you
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely. Oh God,
to
yeah, I'm a huge supporter of that.
but everybody's different and
Right.
we all not cut from the same cloth. I get that. But if you need to go to the extremes of what you do to make that money, that's a problem.
Yeah, yeah, because that's only
And
going to negatively impact your family.
yes. And also it's like, why would you make, this is just me thinking, I'm not judging her. Why would you make that decision where, as you said, Todd worked for Century Link, which is a fantastic company, and they had great benefits. So why would you make that gamble? You know, you get what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like
no, I'm
everything is guaranteed. You're getting health insurance. You're getting that paycheck every month. You know, everything is guaranteed. And then is it like you just prefer what you do so you can have that time, because what she does is time consuming.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, you and I both know. Just for our channels to be the size that they are, we know how much time goes into them. You know, I mean,
And let me be clear with you guys, and I'm sure with you too, Erin, you have a job. I have a full-time job. I'm a mother 24/7. So I literally do this on when I do have like maybe an hour to myself, you know,
yeah,
or I'm getting up to actually film this. It's a lot. It's a hell of
it
a lot.
is. It is. It is really a lot. I mean, I sometimes wonder if I put the time into it that you say Katie does or something. How could my channel actually grow? I don't know. I I would hope
True.
so if I put that much time into it. But I mean, yeah, it just I'm not sure I want to do anything that much though. I mean, because that's got to be a
It's
lot.
it's mind blowing. It is absolutely mind blowing that, you know what, that works. What works for her, that what works for her. But at
Right.
the end of the
Exactly.
day,
Exactly.
if you are going to go to the extremes and go out of your way to bring your personal business onto the internet, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. That's the only way I can say it. That is fucked up.
No, it
Because
absolutely is.
there's no way that she should have done this. This is not the first time. And if you all go and watch when KJ did her video with the Staufers,
Hmm.
she can't help herself. She called that little boy it.
What? I missed that. Really?
please, you guys, I don't know how to share uh, all this shit, whatever it is. But anyway, excuse my language. But when she said that, I was like, no, no, now you have gone too far.
Wow, that's
Even if you
crazy.
can't keep up with what you want to say or how you want to say it, I don't know. That just, it's like, no, 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 no. The child is a child. He's innocent. He didn't ask to be brought in the situation. He did not ask to be put through what he was put through. For you to come and report on him, the least you can do, KJ, is have respect for him. He's not an it. He's not a something that's not valuable.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
crazy. I mean, I hope I haven't heard it yet, but I'm about to pull it up here in a minute. I hope,
Yeah.
I really hope it was just like a slip of the tongue sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, but it I don't know. Either way I could see either way happening, I guess.
It's
That's
like,
crazy.
wow. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Agent Marie said KJ also said V could commit murder because he's on the spectrum.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw that in the video. Yeah, when someone asked, yeah, the other person in the video asked her, do you think that could happen to you? Do you think your son could be persuaded to murdering someone? Just, yep. So, wow.
Unbelievable. Wow. You know, us as
Well,
parents,
talking
and we don't
about,
all parent the same way. We don't. But
right,
it's as the
right,
saying goes, we all feel our kids are the best. You know, our kids are the best kids. You know what I'm saying? So for you,
right.
not you, but
Absolutely.
for her to come out and say, "Oh no, he could be
Yeah.
commitment," it's like, wow,
Talk about having
wow,
low expectations, you know? I mean,
wow.
oh my God. Yeah, I
And at
mean,
the
and
end
you're
of the
right. We don't, I mean, okay. You're right, though. We don't all parent the same. I mean, my three kids, I didn't even parent them all the same, you know, because I think
Mhm.
every kid kind of requires, I think, you know, their own individualized parenting. So yeah, I hear you. But I
And
think
Norma makes
yeah, none of them though would I've set such low expectations as that.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Norma Girl says, I think she's capable of blaming things on V as he gets older. That would not surprise me. That truly wouldn't, it's as sad it is to say, it wouldn't surprise me. Because if you can put your child at the forefront for pity and for sympathy and for compassion,
Hmm.
it's just like, wow, absolutely wow. But at the end of the day, like I say, I will continue to support her by watching her videos because you know what, we never know what's going to happen down the road. Everything that's going on, and the thing that's blowing my mind is this evening I was going through Twitter and it's like all things sassy apparently is a mole.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of all that still. I don't know.
I'm
Um,
like, uh it's
yeah,
like this
see,
is YouTube. This is not Warner Brothers. You know, it's like you can't make this shit up. What is going on?
I I don't think she started off as one, but I think she at some point in time she flipped or ship or something. I mean, because just she sent me a DM like not yesterday, I think the day before. But like first, I seen how she might have been a mole, so I went and I remember we DM'd. So I look at for our DMs, but the thread's gone. But then the thread reappeared. But then in the thread, all of her messages are gone except for one that she sent the day before. And it's what she says in this thread that has me thinking, yeah, she's at some point in time she turned into a mole, I think. So I mean it's she didn't say anything too damning or whatever. I'm not gonna, you know, it's not like that. It's just the way it was worded, the verbiage and everything used.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it was that's I mean, I can send it to you if you want, but you know, um she says
I
how
don't even I don't even want to go into that rabbit hole
okay,
because in my opinion, Erin, it's not even worth it.
right, yeah,
Because I
exactly. What
firmly
does it
believe,
matter? Yeah.
yes, I firmly believe whatever is done in the dark always comes to light. And what is
Hmm.
I am so like, okay, so where are you now? Is after this whole preacher boy situation. Why has KJ not taken to Instagram yet?
I honestly, right before I found your live, I was looking to see, because I came across this video, and I went on Twitter, on Instagram, and to see what I could, if she was talking about it, and there's nothing. Yeah, that's very, very odd.
That is odd. That
Yeah,
is
because
very, very
it's
odd.
been hours now. Yeah, it's been hours, and someone has definitely informed her of it if she didn't find it on her own yet. So
Exactly. And I even took a double take, and you guys, I'm not ignoring you in the chat, but when I was listening to Preacher Boys, I went back and, as I said, I listened, and I'm like, you actually went to this victim and asked this victim, and this victim said the only person that has that is KJ. Wow. Wow.
yeah, so either all that's true, or Katie is both KJ, or the person messaging him, and the victim. I don't know. There's so many. It gets to the point with all this nonsense where it's like double cross, double cross. It's, I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to follow,
And
but I think it's her.
it's
I do. I think it's her.
okay. Let me ask Laura Miguel this question, since Laura Miguel is here. Laura Miguel, if you don't mind me asking you this question, by you always calling out KJ, do you have a specific reason why? Because KJ just seems to go on this whole escapade, and it's like everybody hates her. Everybody wants to bring her down. But
Mhm.
she does not realize. And I've noticed this about KJ from, I think, after Micah Salfa. She used to go after so many people, speak so bad about so many people. And it's like, why are you crying wolf now? You know, it just
Yeah.
makes no sense to me. You can't always be the victim.
Right. Yeah. You can. It's you can see like the wheels turning too, and when she starts to like form the story into making her the victim, and then before you know it, when she's there, that's the narrative. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be tiring, but mostly I wouldn't want to be seen as everybody's victim. I mean, maybe that's the pride in me. I don't know. It could be, but
You
yeah,
know, I'm not going to toot my own horn. I classify myself as a very strong person, but I don't think I'd be able, if I was in her situation, I'd never be able to cope. It would definitely do something to my mental state. It definitely would.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Faith says, hi guys,
Yeah.
Erin, for your information. KJ replied to a comment on IG saying it's not her, it's a UK stalker.
She
But that's
replied
now,
to a comment. That's it. I don't know. It still seems
that's
very,
odd.
very low key for her.
That's odd. That is so odd. Oh,
Yeah.
long ago, I asked, the question I asked is, and if you don't want to answer, I totally get it. By you coming after, not coming after, by you, calling KJ out on her bullshit, is it pure out of hate? Do you just hate this woman? Or is it just purely out of just wanting for her to actually realize the bullshit that she's putting out there? Victims bring money, but I couldn't do it. Oh, wow. And at the end of the day, KJ is not that, and this is no shade, KJ is not that important to me for her to affect my life. My heart truly goes out for her son. It truly goes out for her son. And let me just leave it
Yeah.
there. It truly does.
Yeah. It even like with me, and I'll be the first to admit, maybe I do have a little bit too much time on my hands. Okay, maybe. But even still, even still, with the thing that upsets or angers, that gets to me, provokes an emotion, is seeing how she's made other people, or seeing how she's hurt other people. That's what pisses me off, for lack of a better word. It's not her. I mean, I don't take anything she does personally by any means, but I
Hmm.
feel for the people who she's harmed or hurt. That's that's why I do, I guess. I don't know. I think it's why I do what I do anyways. But that, and maybe I have a little bit too much time on my hands. I'll admit it.
Me, I don't have any time on my hands. I promise you, I don't. It's like my house is clean, my laundry's done. I thought, my husband is gone. I'm so lonely. Let me go on live. But as long as the girl says, she says, no, I lost my son, and I cannot bear the way she neglects her son. I cannot
Yep.
handle the way she hurts people all the time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can llama girls came out and told me that before, so I can definitely vouch for that.
Lord God, I am so, so sorry. I truly am. God, why am I getting emotional? I am so sorry for your loss. I truly am sorry. It truly is the hardest thing.
Yes, it is.
And it
And
is so hard.
yeah, I'm sorry too, llama girl. And it hearing
It,
stories like that though, it makes you kind of really appreciate the shit, what you have in your life, even in hard days. So
why am I getting emotional? I'm sorry, but Lord my God, my heart truly goes out to you. I am so, so sorry. And I can't even imagine how this makes you feel. And now I'm sure people get it. It's like me that I can attest to the way Lord my God feels. It's like she doesn't have a son anymore, and this woman is basically doing what she's doing. I
yeah.
am so sorry. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I even had to put you. I had no idea. I promise you, I had no idea. I feel so bad now. But oh God, I feel so bad.
Yeah,
Um,
my second child, my middle one, just graduated high school this past weekend, and
Congratulations.
thank you. But yeah, my youngest one is 17. That's why I actually have any time on my hands at all now, though. But
So you're gonna
um,
be an empty nester soon.
yeah, I think so. I don't know. um, but like when my son there was going across the stage and getting his diploma and everything, and it hit me, it's like, oh my, I when they were younger, because they're 15 months apart, my younger
Hmm.
two. When they were younger, oh my God, I just like would dream, like daydream for when they were older, and all this shit was behind or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and now here I am, I'm crying like a baby. I'm like, I just want one of those days
Hmm.
back. Oh my God. And so yeah, when I see her push her kid out of the room and everything now, I'm like, dude, you don't know how much you're gonna want that moment back in a few years. Just what are you
Yeah,
doing? Oh God.
absolutely. And I feel the same way. And like even celebrating. Lord my God, you're gonna make me lose my shit. Honestly, honestly, this just breaks my heart.
Holy
I am
shit. Oh
so, so
yeah.
sorry.
I just read her last comment here. Oh man. I'm sorry, Lana girl.
I'm definitely sending hugs your way, Lord my God. I actually am definitely, absolute. I am so, so sorry, and I feel so bad for even bringing this up, and I'm just like a whole wreck right now. Um,
Can
but
I ask
anyway,
Lama,
go
what was
ahead,
his
go ahead,
name?
Ada.
I know. What was his name, Lama girl? If you don't mind. I mean, you don't have to share it if you don't want to, but and just first name. You don't have to give last name or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they do, Daddy. They grow
Dottie
up so
Morgan
fast.
says,
Yeah.
Dottie, they do grow up so fast. Oh, you're an empty nester. Oh my gosh, I think I will be a hot mess if my kids have to leave. Honestly. When Mike's son, my eldest son, left, it took me at least 6 months to realize that he's out the house. His name was Ethan.
Ethan. Oh, it's a nice name, Mama girl.
It's a gorgeous name, absolutely gorgeous. Ethan Hawke. That's
Hmm.
all. Ethan Hawke.
Yep.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke is a wonderful actor. Yeah, so even now with my 19-year-old, we were actually having such a good laugh with my parents the other day. And as I explained to them is that my daughter went out. She's 19 years old. She has her own vehicle. And she went out for dinner with her friends and she came home at 10 o'clock at night and she could not stop apologizing. She's like, Mom, I am so sorry. I am so, so sorry. And this went on for like an easy 5, 7 minutes. And I had to look at her and I'm like, what are you apologizing for? You grown, 19 years old. Why are you apologizing for coming home at 10 o'clock? It's like, really?
But at
Unbelievable.
19, I was usually just heading out the door at 10 o'clock at night to go out. I mean, what?
Exactly.
Yeah, it,
Diane says, I would give anything to have my kids young. Hey, Diane, I feel the same way.
yeah,
Honestly.
yeah,
Oh
okay.
my goodness, you guys.
That hit me hard this weekend. And I was like, I can't believe I would give anything to be back then, be back there again. Oh my God. It's great to see them, just become an adult and grow, and it's
And be
okay. Yay.
successful and become their
Exactly.
own. Hmm.
Yeah, but it
It
just
is.
sucks though, because then you realize that, oh no, they're not gonna need, they're not gonna be your little kid anymore. So,
Oh, Caroline, I'm so sorry about your loss too, Caroline.
oh,
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
You guys, I am so sorry for you guys' loss. I did not mean to bring all this up, but oh,
No, I think it's good though to for anyone who's lost someone, whether anyone, but especially losing a kid, to just have a moment to talk about them, and people want to hear about it. So I mean, it's hard. It's very upsetting. I have no doubt for them, for the parents especially. But I mean, I don't know. I I'm glad that I get to be a
so
part of the conversation, anyways. So
yeah, and you know what? At the end of the day, have at it, Lamago. Keep doing what you're doing because you really doing it not out of hate. Definitely not out of hate. And I hope KJ does see this. It's definitely not out of
yeah,
hate.
yeah,
Absolutely not. Oh, he is such a beautiful little boy. I think I've seen him once on one of her lives, and he is absolutely so adorable and so smart.
yes.
He
That was
is
my
so smart.
Yes, that was my first impression of him when the first time I see him on video was like, what is she talking about? He seems so capable of like anything.
He is absolutely so smart. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Adorable, smart, and wow. Is this still currently live? Yes, Nicole, we are currently live. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's not about I get all the hate under the sun, get all called all the names under the sun. And it's like, I wish her stance could actually take her advice and think critically. Don't blindly follow her and fall for her bullshit stories, in my opinion. Do your research. Absolutely do your
Yeah.
research. And then
Ep-
come to your conclusion.
exactly. And
Excuse me.
that's why I think it's important too to be polite to one of her stand anytime they come around, because you and I both know that it's not going to be long before they're saying, holy shit, you're right.
No, some of
I
them I
mean,
just can't take. I just cannot handle them. And it's like the other day, my husband got so pissed off. He's like, do these people not have, because somebody sent me a message to say, did my husband buy my wedding rings off of Wish or Amazon?
what? What?
So I said to him, I said, babe, I said, you need to step up your game. I said, people thinking you bought my rings off of Wish or Amazon. And I knew it was gonna piss him off, and he went on this whole tangent, and he was sweating all the big words, and I'm like, babe, it's okay, calm down. I'm like, these people have
Yeah,
no idea how hard. Go ahead, Aaron.
I kind of hope I get that message now. I'll let that little hint drop too. Like, geez, people are saying my rings and shit are cheap. Just saying. It's not reflecting too well on you. Just saying.
Oh, he went on his whole tangent. He's like, you all have no idea how hard I want to give my wife everything that she deserves. And who are these people? Let me see. When I showed him, he was like, oh, he was mad. He was mad. He says, so now I don't know why you deal with these people. I said, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's what it, I
Yeah,
said, it's a joke.
exactly.
Because if you're coming against me to protect or stand up for KJ, I don't think I'm the insane person. I truly don't think I am the insane person. And there's nothing wrong with her. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking on her because look at me. This is who I am. I'm not going to be putting on makeup to make myself look like a different kind of person. What you see is what you get. You don't like it. Let's keep it
Yeah.
moving. But what you're not going to come on my channel and do is be disrespectful. And that's something I can't take. And that was the first time and the last time I actually did address it when somebody was racist to me, because I
Oh,
felt that people did need to know that not only in the United States do you get this type of racism, you also get it back home, but it's just different naming to it. That's all it is.
right.
So I'm not going to tolerate that. Absolutely not. My
No,
kids
no.
go through
Yeah.
that. Yeah. My kids go through that on a daily basis. Daily basis. I'm not going to stand for that. We live in 2021 now, so that door needs to be shut as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I don't think they shouldn't give you a hard time about that. Anyways, I mean, they should want it for themselves as well. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I don't delete really any comments or whatever. I don't block anyone from my channel or from my social medias or whatever. But except for in a few instances, maybe, but that's definitely one of them. That's something I won't tolerate. So I hear you.
yeah. And it's like, you know what? We need to, as she says, and she's always so adamant about this, watch who you want to watch, don't watch who you don't want to watch.
Exactly.
But let's all keep that in mind. It's like, but she does not realize how many people she truly she gets under their skin, but just what she talks about. And especially when she came on her Twitter, you guys, I'm sure people saw this on how proud she is of Tati. Oh my God. If I could shapeshift, I would have shapeshifted through her phone and
Yep.
literally stood in front of her and said, "Are you okay? Did you just not hear what this woman said? What you caused, in my opinion. This is what you caused."
Yeah.
And also, you guys, I also want to mention this, and now that Erin is on here, I remember it, is the fact that, remember, in that video, she spoke about this email that disappeared. Was
Yes,
it
I
Bruce?
remember that video.
Did you say the guy's name was
I don't remember.
Bruce?
This sounds familiar. I'm not positive on the name, but I remember her saying that the email just disappeared. I have the video though, if need be. I can double
And
check it,
how
but
did she
Bruce does
know
sound familiar.
about?
Yes.
I'll be lying to you. I know. Thank you, Faith. It was Bruce, because my brother's name is Bruce. You quite knowledgeable about tech, okay? Um,
Uh,
did you know about emails disappearing?
See,
Did you learn about it?
no, and thank you for thinking I'm knowledgeable in tech. um,
You are you
Honestly,
better than
whatever.
I can't even now. I can't even share screenshots and all this BS. I know not a damn
Okay,
thing.
okay. um, I never no. See, I heard her say that in her video, and I took that to mean like the email was there, and then like right after like 10 seconds, like she xed out of the email, and then went to go find it like immediately right away, and it disappeared. That's what I took it as.
Hmm.
See,
Right.
I know there are sites you can use for like fake temporary emails or whatever. And they do
Hmm.
have real life uses for them. They make sense. I use them for some things. But I mean mostly like when you have to give a verification email or whatever for a site, that's what I use them for.
Hmm.
Um, so but I never looked to see if like say for a site that I signed up to, you then have to verify the email, and I verified the email. I never like looked to see if the email was there. I mean, I don't know. I used it to receive email, not to send it so much. But now that you mention it, I should go to one and send it to myself, because like some of these sites, the email is only good for like an hour. They tell you,
But right.
yeah, the address is good for an hour. I wonder if after an hour, if I sent it to like my Gmail account, if that email would still be in my Gmail account after an hour. I wonder. I don't know.
But this is what also, like, now looking back in retrospect, it's like, look how you try to bullshit people. You knew exactly who the source was. You knew it was Swanson. But you came and you used that story as you got this email from Bruce, and then it disappeared. So you, in my opinion, I feel she was following Creepshow Art for quite a while. And she listened to a lot of what Creepshow was talking. That's just my opinion. My theory, don't come for me, KJ. Yes. I'm sure you would love to. But that's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Is it right after she made her video, and officially announced that it was Clark Swanson, even though we all already knew it. I was talking to someone, and we came to the conclusion where we need to go back and look at her older, the videos leading up to this, to see what she looks like every time she denies it being Clark Swanson, because boom, that's exactly what she looks like when she's lying, because now we have a control,
Aaron, I think we're going a bit too far because our plates are already full. So I don't think we can go back and rewatch videos. I listen, as I said, I always listen to people very carefully. Be quick to listen, slow to speak. And with KJ, it's like, so you can actually tell. It's like there's so much that I can pick up from one thing to the next. Especially like when she was reading what her niece put on this, I don't know, subreddit or something like that 5 months ago. And when she came to STFU, I'm like, how many times has she said that? And it just jumped out at me. It's like, you say that about Emily D. Baker needs to shut the fuck up. You told, what's her name? Anna Duggar, she needs to wake the fuck up. So she says that a lot. And why would this specific niece only talk about things people are bringing up online? Why didn't she come out with something that nobody knew? That maybe she's seen Katie do, or like maybe Katie said they were at a wedding together, Maybe Katie was having a good time, things like that, which made me very skeptical about this whole thing. That's why I said, in my opinion, if it comes out that she is actually, Serafina Joy, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I've been kind of wondering that myself. Yeah. But what I find weird is like that the Serafina Joy, whatever, she gave the anonymous AMA interview with the subreddit like months ago. Like this is old news. Like I remember reading that months ago, and when I read it, it was already old. I mean,
right.
Why is this now being brought up now? That's my question. Why is she? And no, I don't recall anyone else mentioning it. It's like she pulled this out of like her back pocket. Like,
okay, can I give you my theory about it?
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
About this whole thing is that she, in my opinion, has been following everything that is going down with Creepshow Art. Okay. And with everything that's going on, it's like, when you're desperate, just my theory, my observation, got to protect myself. I got 4 kids, 3 more kids to put through college. And nothing is sticking. It's like you keep throwing things on the wall, but it's not sticky.
Right.
So she's looking through everything, and she says, Todd, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the chat. She said Todd got this message about this subreddit that his niece was in. So after hearing about Creepshow Art's sister that came out and validated the whole thing about Creepshow Art, did she think that, let's use this now and see what this causes or how this sticks? Just my thoughts, because everything that's been going on with Creepshow Art, people are coming to find out it's the truth. This is exactly. Lama Girl said she thought she was the one that got the message. I'm sure she said Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, definitely. So at the end of the day now, it's like when you're desperate, you're going to try everything. But also when you're desperate, you fuck up somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Somewhere.
absolutely.
So
It's always her downfall. Yeah.
yes. So everything that's coming out now, and this, in my opinion, is also very skeptic, is this whole thing with a preacher boy. She hadn't said a damn thing yet. She only made a statement or a comment on a Twitter about the question. Why aren't you coming on like how you usually do and address things? Is it becoming too much for her to keep hold of?
I don't know. I just wonder if maybe if she's not addressing this, and if she's not like obsessively addressing this, then it's
No,
because something else is on her mind. And I don't know. I mean,
because
it would
didn't she
have to
say
be.
didn't she say the other day she's getting her records from an old cell phone company? What are you getting records for? Because at the end of the day, and I needed to make an apology for something. I don't think it's apology, but I think I do need. I had no idea she was talking about somebody that's always in your life, Tina.
Oh yeah,
Um,
without a freaking clue. Yep.
Without a freaking clue, I had no idea it was her. I just wanted to, if you can tell her, I do apologize without referencing her the proper way. I do apologize. I just remembered the name Tina. That's all I
Oh yeah.
remembered.
No, yeah,
So,
no, it's okay. Everyone knows that Tina is without a freaking clue. It's okay.
well, only I didn't know.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
And so apparently this Tina has been following her for years, and Tina wants to bring her down.
well,
So is that her narrative now?
that's been Katie's narrative when it comes to Tina, and even the group, the Facebook group, the Facebook group was called Without a Freaking Clue. That's where that stems from. Um, and Tina, she didn't start the group, but she was like kind of given the group when other people want to step away. So, and again, I mean, I know that's her narrative, that's Katie's narrative, that she's stalking, blah blah blah, this and that. But Tina, in reality, has done nothing more than the rest of us. So I mean, it's not stalking, just documenting. Um,
Yeah. And Loma Girl says I was absolutely certain she would go live tonight. It's very odd. Okay, I'm gonna be messy. So clearly she stated in her,
oh,
was it her Twitter, that she actually had somebody come and bid on a job for their house. So I mean, at the end of the day, all you gotta just say is, I'm sorry there'll be no third video. Okay. You don't have to come and say you got people coming to bid on on a project on your house. It's like you're trying to brag or flex on how you made it. You got money, so you're doing home improvements. I
yeah,
don't know. That's just the way I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah,
I don't think
I know,
so.
I hear you. And that's, yeah. Some people too. Some people with that image, or whatever, is very important to convey, or to have, or to even give you an appearance of having. And she's definitely one of those people. Yeah, she's
Wow,
very vested in shit like that.
wow. It's like wow. That's all I can say is
Yeah,
wow. It's like just keep it. Be humble. Remain humble. That's all
exactly,
you need to do is stay humble.
exactly. And humility is like something that's just totally lost on her, I think. I mean, and it's too bad, because I don't know. I everyone should have a little bit of humility, and it sucks to see someone not really have much of it.
And I mean, at the end of the day, and you guys, this goes for everybody in the chat. It's like I get it. If we're talking about a person like who's big right now, Bailey Sarian. Bailey Sarian. You'll all watch Bailey Sarian. She's a true crime. If she was getting all this, I could understand. Because she's huge. She just hit 5 million subscribers on
Hmm.
YouTube. But when you get a person like KJ that has 170,000, there's a problem. And why is it that
Yeah,
within this problem, KJ is the common denominator. It's like
Exactly.
people will always come up and say, oh, but she did this to me, or she did that to me. And we've seen in her lives how fucking rude she is. Sorry for my language, you guys. She is so rude.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
I'm not, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not that desperate to be on somebody's live to be disrespected. Definitely not.
Yeah, and I mean, you bring up a good point too. I think like someone, like Bailey there, it doesn't matter how wonderful or great or non-dramatic or whatever you are, you're going to get haters. You're going to have people who, just don't like you for whatever reason. But for someone
Hmm.
with less than 200,000 subscribers have this much of it, this many, and why? And yeah, she's the common denominator, like you said, and everything. Um, but how does someone not see this, not reflect on themselves after seeing all this, brought to their attention? How do you miss this?
Hmm.
That's
You
I'm
know
trying to
what?
learn. Yeah.
I get it. I try to, as I always say, I prefer to think good about people than think bad about people. So those people that are coming out and speaking for KJ, in my opinion, they truly have not done their due diligence. And off the back, they choose to just feel bad for her. That's it. But it's
I'm
just me.
sorry, I
I don't
lost you
know.
there for a minute. Okay.
I'm just saying
I
that it's.
lost what.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All I'm saying is that those people that tend to take up for KJ, they don't do their due diligence on researching or seeing what has actually transpired in the past. They just choose to just take her word for it. And as she
Yeah,
says, don't blindly follow somebody, but they blindly following her because she
yeah,
they have not.
yeah, they haven't seen it. I don't know. Like how, even whether you've seen it or not, though, how can you just blindly defend and argue with other people on something you haven't even checked to verify it yourself?
But I've known people like that, so that's why I say I choose not to think ill of them. And sometime down the road, they're gonna find out who the true person is. And I'm not gonna be here and sit here and tell people, "Oh, don't watch it. This is what she's done. That is what she's done." Because in my opinion, the whole Tati thing was fucked up. That's the best way I can put it. It's
Yeah,
like,
it was.
you know what? And I said this in my video. It's like she couldn't stand the heat in the kitchen. She couldn't get out of the kitchen. She sold the whole house. So to save, to basically, in my opinion, is like you knew what you knew. You could have saved so many people the heartache. So many people, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
when I mean, you're gonna everyone's gonna have some haters. If you have one or two people telling you something, whatever, but when you have like a lot of people telling you the same thing, they may not be 100% right, but they're onto something. I would think, and that's just how you could just choose to ignore so many heads up, whether it's said to you politely or not. It's got to make
yeah.
you think, right? You would think, it has
Hmm.
to at least settle in your head. But I
And
don't
I
know.
think, you know what, honestly speaking, I truly believe that KJ could have come out of this shining. And let me tell you why. If she had taken the high road, went offline for at least a good 6 months,
Hmm.
in my opinion, did her videos, still did her job, stay off, just posted her videos or post something on your Instagram, your Twitter, something that's positive, and show people that you've changed. You're so sorry for what you have done. I truly believe she could have come back shining. I truly do.
Oh,
But she chose to take opposite
absolutely.
direction.
Yep. Yeah, I've said the same thing for a while now. I mean, in any of her I don't know, dramas or sagas, whatever, if she had just gotten ahead of it, just said, listen, I hear you, you're right, I effed up, I don't know what I was thinking, whatever, but I hear you, I see it, and I'm sorry, I'm just, I'm human, but I'm going to try and do better going forward. Everyone would just, that's exactly how she could get people to stop talking about shit.
Absolutely. But I think she enjoys the negative attention. I truly do believe she enjoys the negative attention. And like
Yeah,
they say,
I think
negative
she.
is just as good as anything else. But you know what? At the end of the day, I thought I've seen it all, but clearly I haven't seen a damn thing yet. Let's just put it that way. I haven't seen anything
Yeah,
yet, but we just got to take it one day at a time, and I will continue
yeah.
praying for our son.
I found myself. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. I
Go
didn't hear
ahead. I
what you
think
said
I'm
there.
losing you. No, no, I didn't say anything. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Um. Oh no, not that. I just couldn't hear the like the last sentence there you said. That's all. But
KJ, I just wish you would stop and just keep it moving. And now things just seem to be going in a totally different direction with people saying her husband is abusing her. And oh, I don't know. I actually
I
don't
don't believe
know.
that. I mean, I don't believe that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, but I don't believe that. Um, like you mentioned, like before you cut out there. She likes the negativity. It's I think it's more than I think she like feeds. I think that's what gives her fire when she's fighting against something. When she's fighting
Yeah.
back as like the victim or something. I guess for lack of a better word or whatever. So I don't see her being some abuse victim who's keeping the secret. I mean, if he ever
I think I'm losing Aaron. Yeah. And you guys, I totally agree. And I truly just wish, she would just do what she's doing, go ahead and do what she's doing with the whole, what you call it, dagger. And at the end of the day, it's like with the daggers, how many times can you beat a dead horse? Because there's clearly nothing that's happening there. Cree Beauty says, KJ, in my opinion, drinks way too much for what I've seen in her lives. Also, her mood swings in her lives are just gnarly. I think she takes her meds the wrong way, in my opinion. Um, you know what? I don't know. We will never know what happens, what goes on behind closed doors, and what we can only talk about is what we see in her videos. That's all we can go on. KJ said her videos were voiceovers today because they are short-handed with help around the house. So she didn't have time to make herself pretty for videos, lol. Okay, we'll just take it for what it is. They're willingly ignorant. That's true. It's like they say, you guys, you can't help ignorance. Tomato says, how does she have that many subs when so many people don't like her? To me, at the end of the day, a lot of people are actually subscribed to her, in my opinion, for all the Duggar content. So the Duggars do bring her a lot of views. That I can't even judge. Um, you know what, Lama girl, I hope she truly does change. I truly hope she does, just for the sake of her son. Yeah, I'm sorry, Aaron. Aaron says, hey, I lost connection. We've had storms here all day, so the internet has been in and out. Sorry about that. We've had storms the whole day too, and it's just been like, wow. I could see her putting him on blast if she wasn't abusing her. Any attention is great attention when it comes to KJ. That's true. And Aaron, thank you so much. It was so good speaking to you. And you guys, like I say, we can just go off what we see. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. I'm just so sorry for what actually happened to Preacher Boys. He definitely did not deserve that. On people saying CSA may abuse by her spouse, so was KJ copying that? Lisa, I have no idea. I just read some stuff on Twitter today that was like, what the hell is going on? Everything just seems to be taking a whole nother turn. Um, So at the end of the day, we just got to see, well, as we've heard, she's got some bidding going on in her house. So that's like, okay, we're in the money, we're doing some renovations to our house. So I'm sure you can thank the Duggars for all that. Yes, it was very nice seeing you, Erin. I truly appreciate that. And you guys, I need to go and film my update on, even forgotten, the, gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. Christian Antiochio Antiochio, whatever it is. And I definitely have been putting that off, and I need to go and finish that. I haven't really been able to keep up, to be honest. I never did religiously. Have enjoyed everyone in the community. Hope everyone is well. Good night. Thank you, Ween, for joining us. Appreciate you. You guys, like I say, if anybody, this is just me. I fully understand exactly now where Lama Girl is coming from. So if anybody has, or KJ especially, when you say these people hate you, these people do not hate you. That's all I'm saying. Lama Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you guys, thank you so much for actually joining me tonight. That was awesome. You guys kept me company. I can go now and try and mess with my kids and see which one will keep me company. So I'll finish that one. So you guys, thank you so much for everything. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and please be safe out there if you guys are experiencing these storms, and have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye guys.